Hi, I'm Lee Partridge. Welcome back to Col TV for our matchday show as we host Accrington Stanley here at the JobServe Community Stadium this afternoon. On the show this afternoon, we'll have a look at the action from the last time we played Accrington, as well as Danny Cowley's pre-match thoughts. But first, let's hear from Harry Anderson speaking ahead of today's game.
Harry, the unbeaten run ended at the weekend, and has it been a case of the lads talking about the whys, or is it just wanting to start a new one on Saturday?
Obviously, we'll look back at the game and see what went wrong on the day. We always look at every game and try and pick out the bits that we can improve on. Obviously disappointed that the run's come to an end now, but obviously hopefully now we can put another one together.
And for you personally, it was a game that you were very much involved in the good things, and must be pleased with the goal involvements and the way you kind of helped the team get the 2 goals that we did.
Yeah, obviously I was pleased that I managed to win the penalties for the team. Obviously would have liked to contributed with the goal maybe, and obviously win the game, but yeah, it just wasn't meant to be.
And although that run ended, the confidence in the squad must be really good, given of how well we've played and the results we picked up before that.
Yeah, the confidence is really good. Obviously we're playing some nice football at the minute and working on some good patterns, and we're playing well. Obviously, we'd like to turn a few more of those draws into wins and get a bit more value for as well as we are playing. But obviously, a bit of a setback at the weekend. But hopefully now we can take all the learning from that and put it out there tomorrow.
Yeah, and I mean, this time of year you don't get much time to prepare in between games. But you know, what have you learnt about Accrington going into training and preparing for the game?
Yeah, obviously we always look at our opposition, where we can try and hurt them, and hopefully we'll try input that tomorrow.
Yeah, and obviously we're getting to that point in the season where you play pretty much everybody. You must feel with the squad that we've competed with all the top teams, haven't we? You know, at home and away at times, and means it should stand us in good stead for the second half of the season.
Yeah, we've obviously played every team now, pretty much, bar obviously Notts County. So we sort of know what everyone's about. We're not scared of anyone in this league. So we've shown that we can put some good runs together. So hopefully now we can get some more wins and push up the table.
As Harry says, we want to make sure that the game on New Year's Day at Swindon was just a blip, and the squad have been working hard to make sure they are in the best possible position for this afternoon's game. Now, it was an entertaining game in the last meeting between us and Accrington, with the two playing out a 1-1 draw in August. Here's the highlights from that game. Ben Goodliff scoring late on in that game as we picked up a point back in August. On to the thoughts from the head coach now with Danny Cowley. A reminder, you can see the team he's picked on our socials and on the website. And this is what the boss has to say.
Danny, Accrington on Saturday, but before we talk about that, a year in the job, how have you found it?
Yes, a year. Nicky and I said this to each other this morning. It's gone really quick. Not the easiest year of my life, for sure, but yeah, a really good year. I've enjoyed it. Some great people at the football club, both internally, staff, players, and obviously our wonderful supporters. So no, it feels a privilege. We were super excited this time last year, and we had the same energy and enthusiasm today. And I think not always been straightforward. We didn't anticipate it would be. I think when you pick up a team that have lost 11 out of 12 games and are sitting in the relegation positions in League Two, you kind of know what you're going into. But I remember saying, really good group that we inherited, really good group of players and people, and just needed a bit of help and support. And we managed to navigate through that difficult situation. And yeah, that game against Crewe, I know we were pretty much safe going into that game, but it never felt like that for me. That felt like the longest week of my life. And it'd obviously been a really busy period because we'd had pitch problems. We'd had so many games back to back, and yeah, it was good to get over the line, although that was a game we dominated and should have won, and somehow found a way to draw in the last in injury time. But it gave us a chance to reset, and I don't think any of us at the club anticipated the amount of change that we were going to make. We knew that there would be change naturally when you finish 22nd in League Two, but didn't anticipate the amount of change that there has been. And we did well from a recruitment point of view. I think we were able to sell a lot of good young players for good money, and I think this was important for the football club. I think it's blatant for everybody to see that Robbie is a brilliant owner who has invested so much into this club, and probably had to over-invest in recent years to get the club out of the difficult position it was in. So it was nice to be able to help him and to get some funds back. And yeah, I think as an academy and as a football club, we should be really proud of the fact that we've sold young Bradley, Noah, Jay Mingy, Jaden Fevrier, all these boys, all these young players that have developed and improved while playing for Colchester, and been able to move them on to higher levels. And of course, it allowed us to recruit this group. And yeah, like I said, when you make as much change as we did, then you're just trying to find the right chemistry and the right ingredients. And yeah, I think the run that we've been on up until Swindon on New Year's Day has been really good, and yeah, we can feel that we've got we're kind of creating a consistent level of performance. I think we've got a group that are clear and understand how we want to play, and I think most importantly the way we want to play suits the players that we have available, and you can really feel that the chemistry between the players both on the pitch but as importantly off the pitch is growing by the day. And yeah, we're super excited to see what 2020-25 can bring for us as a football club.
Yeah, and because we've got that group, is it a bit easier now to, although we've lost that unbeaten run, to reset and go, let's just start another one?
Yeah, well, it's easy when you lose. It's easy just to see the worst in the performance and the situation. But actually, we did a lot right. At 80 minutes, we were in complete control of that game. And we should have won the game. We didn't, because we got tired physically, but more importantly got tired mentally, which meant we then become a bit emotional and lost our discipline, and it stopped us doing what we do well, and we didn't sustain our attacks anywhere near as well as we should have done in that last 10 minutes. And as a consequence, the game got open. It then became a bit basketball-y, and it became a bit chaotic. And we're a much better team when we have control, and we play with control. And yeah, today really in our game review, it was just to highlight this to the boys, to show them what we can look like when we play with control and with real authority. And and then what it looks like for us when we don't, and we make poor decisions, or we make more poor technical executions, and how the game can then look for us. So I think we took some good learning from the game against Swindon, and we just want to attack what's in front of us now, and that's obviously Accrington Stanley on Saturday.
And what kind of challenge will they bring to the table? Is it all about what we do?
No, I think always it's to put the energy and the focus into us for sure, but always to respect our opponent. I think they're a team that are very dangerous. If you actually look at their league position, their metrics are much above their league position. I think that they are a very aggressive team. I think they're a team that like to play man to man and to defend with real intensity and aggression. They've obviously played a game less than us in this Christmas period as well, which will no doubt be an advantage. I think they have some really good attacking players. They can be a real threat on the counter-attack. They're also a threat from crosses in the box and from restarts. So, they're a team that can be very dangerous, that we have a lot of respect for. I think we had a real tough game with them earlier in the season. But, for us, we want to try to find a rhythm and a control in the game, which we know won't be easy. We want to try to exploit the weaknesses that we see in our opponent, which is what we try to do every week, and no doubt what Accrington will be trying to do to us.
And earlier on we spoke to Harry Hansen. He was talking about the fact that we've almost played everyone now, and we've competed really well even with those teams at the very top of the league. So he's looking forward to kind of being even better in the second half of the season. That must be how you look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. We feel like we've left some points out there for sure. We think we should be in a better position than we are. Some of that's our own fault. Some decisions have gone against us as well. You combine that, we think that probably we've left somewhere around 18, 20 points behind, which is disappointing. But sometimes when you're a new group and you make as many changes as we have, then you're working to try to find a consistency. Now, in the 11 games leading up to Swindon, I think we found a real level of consistency, and even for 80 minutes on New Year's Day, we played to a good level. So we have good clarity over how we want to play and how we want the game to look. The partnerships and the relationships all over the pitch are growing, which I think is so important. And most importantly, we've got a really good group of honest players that love playing for this football club and want to give everything to the badge and to our brilliant supporters. So all of those things suggest to me that 2025 and the second half of this season should be exciting and a lot of fun. And for us, we want to have a really good January, and we want to try to start another run. You know, we went 11 unbeaten. We worked really hard in that period, 12 hours without conceding. So lots of good things in that run of games, and we enjoyed the feeling that it gave us. We enjoyed the feeling it gave our supporters and the whole football club, and it's something that we want to start another run now.
Danny's saying the squad are looking to put Wednesday behind them and start a new unbeaten run this afternoon, and hopefully a clean sheet in there as well. You can see the team Danny has chosen on the website and on our socials right now. He will, incidentally, be back in the dugout for this afternoon's game after sitting in the gantry against Doncaster and Swindon. That's nearly it from me. Just to remind you, tickets are available for our upcoming away games. That's at Cheltenham and Harrogate. Bromley has sold out. Our 500 plus allocation has already gone, so we're taking some fantastic travelling support to that game. Right, that's about it from me. I'll leave you to get out there, cheer on the lads. Hopefully come 5 o'clock-ish, we've got another 3 home points in the bag. Until next time, it's goodbye for now.